They told you the subconscious mind was just a storage room, a place where childhood memories, random thoughts, and old emotions disappear. They told you it was passive, unimportant, invisible, something you could ignore as you marched through the world with your conscious mind in the driver's seat. But that was never true. It was the first lie. A lie designed to keep you small. A lie designed to keep you predictable. Because if you ever discovered what your subconscious actually is, if you ever understood how much power it actually holds, you would become unstoppable. Here is the truth. Your subconscious mind is not passive. It is not weak. It is not a background process. It is the operating system of your entire life. Your beliefs, your habits, your reactions, your self-worth, your expectations, your identity, all written there, all executed there, all controlled there. And while your conscious mind is busy thinking, planning, worrying, performing, your subconscious is running programs that shape your reality without your permission. 95% of your daily behavior comes from the subconscious, not the part of you that chooses, the part of you that repeats. This is why you can say, "I want to be successful," and still sabotage yourself. Your subconscious holds a different belief, a deeper truth, and the deeper truth always wins. This is why you can say, "I want to be wealthy," while your subconscious whispers, "I don't deserve it." This is why you can say, "I want love," while your subconscious clings to, "I'm not enough." Your subconscious is not listening to your words. It is listening to your identity. And your identity, the one running beneath the surface, was not chosen by you. It was installed. Installed by parents, by teachers, by society, by trauma, by repetition, by everything you never questioned because you didn't know you were allowed to. This is the lie, that the subconscious is harmless, that it's just a memory bank, that it doesn't matter. The truth is far more unsettling. Your subconscious is a programmed machine that was coded when you were too young to defend your own identity. And unless you rewrite that code, you will spend your entire life living a destiny you did not choose. You will chase dreams your programming will quietly destroy. You will pursue success your beliefs will quietly reject. You will look for love your wounds will quietly block. And you will blame fate or luck or other people, never realizing it was your own subconscious running the show from behind the curtain. This is the second lie, that you are in control. Control belongs to the subconscious, the realm beneath awareness, beneath logic, beneath thought. And now that you understand this, you have a choice. Remain asleep, a passenger inside a mind you never learned to steer, or wake up and reclaim the controls of the most powerful force you've ever had access to. Because once you see the subconscious clearly, you cannot unsee it. And once you learn how it works, you can rewrite the entire trajectory of your life. Next, we go deeper into the truth they never wanted you to know, what the subconscious really is, and how it has been shaping your fate since the day you were born. To understand the subconscious mind, you must first understand how it was built. Because your subconscious is not random, it is not chaotic, it is not mysterious. It is structured, precise, engineered by experience, shaped by emotion, solidified by repetition. It is the architecture of your reality. But here's the part they never told you. You did not design this architecture. You inherited it. You were born unprogrammed, a blank operating system waiting for instructions. And the world wasted no time giving you those instructions. The subconscious mind is programmed in your earliest years, before logic, before self-awareness, before you could question anything you were told. A child doesn't evaluate. A child absorbs. A child doesn't choose beliefs. A child receives them. And everything you absorbed became the code that would guide your future. If you grew up around fear, Your subconscious concluded the world is dangerous. If you grew up unseen, it learned, I am unworthy. If you grew up criticized, it accepted, I must not fail. If you grew up in conflict, it preserved, love is unstable. If money caused tension, it encoded, wealth is unsafe. These conclusions were not yours. They were programmed into you before you were old enough to protect your identity. And once the subconscious writes a belief, it does not erase it easily. It protects it, defends it, builds your entire life to match it. This is why you feel blocked even when you work hard. This is why you repeat patterns you swore you'd outgrow. This is why your life feels cyclical, predictable, familiar, even when you crave change. You are not fighting the world. You are fighting your programming. Your subconscious is not emotional. It is not moral. It is not personal. It is mechanical. Its job is simple: to make your external reality match your internal beliefs. If you believe you are a failure, it will guide you toward failure. If you believe you're unlovable, it will sabotage relationships. If you believe success is dangerous, it will kill every opportunity the moment it arrives. Not to harm you, but to protect the integrity of the code. Your subconscious does not care what you say you want. It cares only about what it has been programmed to expect. And most adults are still living inside the expectations of a frightened, confused, unprotected child. But here is the revelation the world never taught you. Your subconscious mind is programmable. It can be rewritten, rewired, rebuilt. It is not fixed. It is fluid, adaptive, malleable, but only when you understand the hierarchy of the mind. 1. Conscious mind, the thinker, the analyzer, the planner, 5% of your power. 2. Subconscious mind, the identity machine, the emotional engine, the behavior generator, 95% of your power. 3. Identity layer, the deepest code, the part of you that says, this is who I am, the master program. Your subconscious listens to identity above everything else. Words do not change it. Motivation does not change it. Logic does not change it. Only identity changes identity. And this is the lie they told you, that you can manifest a new life while carrying an old self. Impossible. The architecture won't allow it. To change your life, you must rewrite the mind that creates it. And once you understand this, you hold the key to transformation. Not the superficial techniques, not the temporary motivation, not the positive thinking that wears off when fear returns. You hold the key to the root-level rewrite. And that is where we go next, into the mechanics, the method, the process of reprogramming the subconscious mind so it serves your future instead of repeating your past. Once you understand how the subconscious was created, you unlock the power to recreate it. Reprogramming the subconscious is not mystical. It is not complicated. It is not beyond your reach. It is a process, a mechanical, biological, psychological process that follows predictable rules, rules that were hidden from you, rules that the world never taught you, rules that give you control over the very fabric of your identity. Because the subconscious mind is not changed with force. It is changed with experience. And experience comes in 3 forms: emotion, repetition, and identity. Let's break them down. 1. Emotion, the language of the subconscious. Your subconscious does not speak English. It speaks feeling. Whatever you feel intensely, it treats as truth. Whatever you feel repeatedly, it installs as identity. This is why traumas become beliefs, not because the event was logical, but because it was emotional. Your subconscious learned fear because you felt fear. It learned worthlessness because you felt unworthy. It learned doubt because you felt unsafe. This is why change feels difficult, not because you are weak, but because your emotions are repeating old instructions. To reprogram the subconscious, you must generate new feelings that override the old ones. Feelings of worth, power, safety, capability, abundance, identity. Feel them often enough and the subconscious updates its code. 2. Repetition, the installation protocol. The subconscious does not learn instantly. It learns through consistency, through routine, through what you do repeatedly without thinking. Every belief you currently hold was installed through repetition. Heard enough times, felt enough times, experienced enough times. Repetition is the tool that carved your identity, and it is the tool that can reshape it. This is why affirmations usually fail. People say the words, but do not repeat them long enough or emotionally enough for the subconscious to believe them. Change requires new signals, sent daily, until the old neural pathways lose power and dissolve. Repetition is the sculptor. The subconscious is the clay. 3. Identity, the master rewrite. This is the deepest level, the final layer, the one no one taught you because it is the most powerful. Your subconscious mind is always asking one question: who am I? Once it decides the answer, your behavior automates itself to match that identity. This is why people repeat patterns even when those patterns hurt them. Not because they want pain, but because their subconscious believes the pain matches who they are. Identity is destiny. To reprogram your subconscious, you must shift your identity from the inside out. Not, I want success, but I am someone who creates success. Not, I want confidence, but I am someone who moves confidently. Not, I want abundance, but I am someone who expects abundance. Identity does not ask for proof. Identity generates proof. Once you choose who you are, your subconscious rewires to fulfill that role. This is the secret no one taught you. Your subconscious doesn't respond to desire. It responds to definition. Define yourself clearly, and the subconscious follows. The method, how you rewrite the code. To change your subconscious, you combine all three: emotion plus repetition plus identity. Feel the reality you want. Repeat the signals daily. Step into the identity of the person who already lives that reality. Do this consistently, and the old programming cracks, breaks, and dissolves. Your subconscious updates. Your behavior shifts. Your opportunities change. Your perception expands. Your life transforms. Not because you forced it, but because you reprogrammed the system that creates it. This is where transformation begins. This is where destiny is rewritten. This is where the lie collapses and the truth takes its place. Next, we go deeper into the emotional transformation that frees you from the subconscious patterns that have controlled you your entire life. A breakthrough does not happen when you understand the subconscious. A breakthrough happens when you feel the moment your old programming begins to crack. It rarely arrives loudly. More often it comes as a quiet realization, a subtle shift in the center of your being. I don't have to live this way anymore. This is the moment your subconscious mind stops defending the past and begins opening the door to your future. Most people never reach this point because they believe change is force, willpower, pressure, discipline, struggle. But the subconscious does not respond to pressure. It responds to permission. Permission to let go, permission to release, permission to stop carrying the weight of old beliefs that were never yours to hold. Breakthrough comes when you realize your limitations were not real. They were inherited, learned, passed down, absorbed, installed. Everything you thought was you was simply a story your subconscious accepted because it didn't know any better. But you know better now. You feel the truth beneath the programming. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not destined to struggle. You were simply running a script written by fear, written by childhood, written by a past version of yourself who didn't know who you would become. Breakthrough is the moment you stop fighting the old self and simply outgrow it. Here's how it happens. You try to do something new. The old belief pushes back. You feel fear. You feel resistance. You feel the subconscious gripping the past. But this time, you don't retreat. You don't collapse. You don't obey the old identity. You pause. You breathe. And you say, I choose differently now. That single decision creates a crack in the subconscious code, a small fracture that begins to spread like light through every layer of old identity. Fear loosens, doubt weakens, shame quiets, worthlessness dissolves, not instantly, but inevitably, because the subconscious mind cannot withstand a consistent identity that contradicts its old programming. The new belief eventually overrides the old one. The new identity eventually replaces the old one, and the old life simply falls away. Breakthrough is not one moment. It is an accumulation of moments, each one a tiny rebellion against the person you were told to be, and a tiny alignment with the person you choose to become. And then, suddenly, without warning, you wake up one morning and something feels different. The world looks the same, but you don't. You feel calm. You feel grounded. You feel capable. You feel aligned. The triggers no longer control you. The patterns no longer own you. The subconscious no longer dictates your fate. You have become the author of your own internal script. And that is the greatest breakthrough of all. You stop repeating your past and begin creating your future. From this place, manifestation accelerates. Opportunity appears. Self-sabotage dies. Old identities dissolve, because you are no longer living from the residue of old programming. You are living from choice, from clarity, from alignment, from truth. And now only one step remains, turning the breakthrough into a command, a new identity, fully claimed, fully embodied, fully lived. The final transformation is next, the moment where you take ownership of the subconscious mind and direct it with absolute authority. A breakthrough is powerful, but a breakthrough without command fades back into old patterns. To change your life, you must do more than awaken. You must claim authority over the system within you. This is the moment you stop negotiating with your past and begin declaring your future. Because the subconscious mind doesn't follow dreams, it follows direction. It waits for a signal, a decision, a definition of who you are and what reality you are willing to accept. And once it receives that signal, it obeys without question. Command begins with identity, not the identity you inherited, not the identity shaped by fear, not the identity programmed by childhood. The identity you choose, the identity you define, the identity you become through intention, clarity, and self-respect. Most people never reach this point, not because they lack potential, but because they never realize they're allowed to choose who they are. They think identity is fixed. They think personality is fate. They think the past is destiny. But identity is not found. Identity is forged, created, constructed consciously by those who understand the true nature of the mind. And now you understand. Command sounds like this: I am no longer controlled by old programming. I am the architect of my identity. I rewrite the beliefs that shape my life. My subconscious mind follows my direction. You say these not as affirmations, but as identity statements, declarations, commands. Because commands reshape the subconscious. Commands override old code. Commands create new pathways that become your default behavior. The subconscious isn't resisting you, it is waiting for you. Waiting for structure, waiting for clarity, waiting for you to define who you are becoming. Once you do, it reorganizes your thoughts, your habits, your focus, your emotions, your actions, to match the definition you gave it. Identity leads, the subconscious follows. Reality adjusts. Command is the moment you stop hoping for transformation and begin embodying it. You walk differently, you speak differently, you think differently, not because you are pretending, but because you have aligned your identity with your highest frequency. This is the secret masters knew. This is the truth the world hides. This is the power you were never taught. Because a person with self-command cannot be controlled. And now you carry that power. A new energy flows through you, calm, steady, undeniable. A new voice rises within you, clear, confident, sovereign. A new belief takes root, not a fragile desire, but a solid truth. I am the author of my mind. Feel those words. Let them settle. Let them become the foundation of the identity you build from this day forward. Because you are no longer the child who absorbed your programming. You are no longer the adult trapped in old identity. You are the awakened consciousness shaping your destiny. The subconscious mind is no longer a mystery, no longer an enemy, no longer a prison. It is your instrument, your creation engine, your silent ally in manifesting the life you are now choosing. So step forward with command. Walk into your future with intention in your chest and clarity in your mind. You are not who you were. You are who you decide to be. And this identity, this power, this awakening, this is your mind shift.